This is the journey to one Africa. Hey everybody, this is Mika. Welcome back to Swahili Nation. I'm here, guys, to share with you some of the updates that are happening in the continent. And please, if you don't mind, you can subscribe, like, share, and there's a lot of links in the comment section. One of them is to a petition to sign up for One Africa, One Passport right now. So just head over there and sign, sign that petition and help us to spread that awareness in order to have the One Africa we want right now. The Africa that people can traverse freely across the country. We can hold our One Africa passport. You guys have seen that initiative we've been pushing here at Swahili Nation, One Africa. And to have one military, to have the Africa we want that is so much better for us and for the next generation. So by going and subscribe and sign up that petition, it's going to help us to reach the goal we want. All right. So Burkina Faso, ruling junta dissolves. Okay, this is how Western media always says, but Burkina Faso ruling president dissolves independent electoral commission. He dissolved. And let's go ahead and read a little bit and then I'll share with you guys. But this is one of my favorite countries right now in the continent and my favorite regime, simply because of what Ibrahim Traoré is doing. There's one day I was looking at the list of the things that Ibrahim Traoré did for the past 2 years. It's ridiculous. Well, I hope I can see that list and read for you guys what he did for the past 2 years. I mean, nobody can really say this guy is not doing anything. Nobody can even criticize this man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of guts you get? At least it's too long. You can spend, I don't know, like 5 minutes still reading the things that he have done for just a period of 2 years. But it's ridiculous, things that are happening in the country of Burkina Faso and things that he's doing. And you're wondering, like, so what are leaders doing usually? If somebody can come just within 2 years and do all these kind of things, it's crazy. So, Dakar, Senegal, Burkina Faso military rulers have dissolved the country's Independence Electoral Commission, authorities said. Since taking power in 2022, coup, the West African country's military leaders have launched sweeping reforms, including postponing elections that were expected to restore civil rule. Oh, this is Western media, by the way. So you can just, hang on. I'll give my personal opinion as well. The government passed a law late Wednesday abolishing the Independent National Electoral Commission, which is responsible for organizing elections, citing its high cost. So let's look at the reason why they're dissolving. The first one, I say it's high cost. And it's true. I mean, in every country, electoral commission, it costs a lot of money. The second is a Minister of Territorial Administration, Emile Zembro, said after a cabinet meeting, abolishing the electoral commission will reinforce the country's sovereignty control on the electoral process and limit foreign influences. All right. The state ran television broadcast already say Interior Ministry will take control of future polls. The junta, this is power, this is military rule, this and this and this. Anyways, continue to say. But let's focus on the reason, because, okay, you can dissolve electoral commission, but, what are the reason behind of doing that? I think, as a reasonable people, reasonable Africans, we can always think about that. So the first thing is say it's high cost. And the second, abolishing the electoral commission will reinforce the country's sovereignty control on the electoral process and limit foreign influence. So I would like to know who is in charge of this electoral commission. Electoral commission. Who is in charge? Is it government in charge of this managing, or is this independent commission? All right, let's read again here. Independent electoral. Okay, here for the case of Burkina Faso, if it is independent electoral commission, that means government is not in charge. That means government cannot influence the results of the election. So the big problem that we get in Africa, in most of our countries, is that electoral commission is under the government. So if the ruling part is, if the ruling part is there, it means that electoral commission is below ruling part. It means people who are working for electoral commission, they are actually coming from the ruling part. And that makes almost impossible, actually, when this, normal democratic process that is happening, it makes almost impossible to be fair. Why? Because your ruling part is your boss, right? And you are under them. And therefore, it's almost impossible to favor opposition party. Why? Because this is your boss. So you need to be from the side, the good side of your boss. So what I'm basically saying, that electoral commission in Africa, it is supposed to be independent. It is supposed to be away from the influence of the government so that it can actually hold accountable and do what is right in the eyes of people, in the eyes of everybody, included. But in most of African countries, that's not the case. The same thing here in Tanzania is not the case. Right. So my first suggestion is that for these commissions to be independent. And in the case of Burkina Faso, it seems to be independent. But with everything that is going on in Burkina Faso, I really understand why Burkina Faso will do that. The reason, because if this is an independent, and we have more than 20 times they've tried to take down the life of Ibrahim Traoré. They've tried to take away his government. They've tried to stop him. Then you know that his enemies are not far away. They might be Westerners. Yes, I know they are. But they're using the same people in the country to remove him from the regime. So them dissolving this electoral commission, I basically agree with it. Because who are you going to trust? If close friends of Ibrahim Traoré, they tried to kill him. If Thomas Sankara, he was killed by his best friend, who are you going to trust? Okay, this is independent, and in the case of these, they don't really trust. What are they going to do? Okay, the second reason they say it is because of the Western influence, foreign influence that might be used through this electoral commission, right? And right now, they are focusing on developing the country. They're focusing on renewing things, building roads, building airports, make sure that you have a lot of factories, strengthen military, and, the unity of Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali together, joining together, in order to protect their borders, in order to fight against terrorism. These are the most priorities right now in the country like Burkina Faso. And to be honest, man, this man is doing a lot of good work in Burkina Faso. So I don't see the reason why they should not stop anything that it seems like it's about to jeopardize the ruling position that they have right now. So high cost, definitely. It depends on what are they focused on right now. And that is developing the country, guys. Okay, I've seen a lot of videos of people who went there. He just came from Burkina Faso. I've seen his documentaries, his video, man. You can see what is happening. You can see the tomato factories, the car factories, and everything. Gold factories, mining sector, and, building infrastructure, airports, and everything. Man, you can see what is happening. And if something is happening and people are happy about their president, and people that wanted him to be president until 2029, and he's going to be a president until July 2029. After that, we don't know if they're going to win again. The people will decide what they want for their country. So I think anyone who is going to have a problem with this are those Western countries who they always talk about democracy, but in reality, they don't really have democracy in their country. And in Africa, we are not required to follow what they do. We can do whatever the heck we want to do with our nations, with our people, with our governments. Why? Because that is the way that works for our people. As long as our people accept, as long as our people agrees, that's what we can do. Actually, that is democracy. Democracy for the people, by the people, and for the people, whatever. People, we have three peoples there. And that is the meaning of democracy. So if the people want this person to be a leader, that is democracy. Basically, because people, they're the one who want it. He's not the one reinforcing everything. No, people, they want it. People, they're protecting. They do everything they can. So if I don't care if it is the minister, if it is whatever, you feel like this person is not really working for the government and for our people, dissolve them, dissolve them. If it is this cabinet, dissolve them. If it is this administration, dissolve them. Yes, do whatever you want to do. as long as the country is moving forward, as long as the people are happy. That is the most important thing. Because people in Africa are not happy. Because leaders, what they're supposed to do, they're not doing it. And therefore, people are miserable. People are dying. They don't understand. So whatever you got to do for your country and for your people, do it without worrying about anything. So with these reasons, high cost, foreign intervention, limiting the foreign intervention, and as well as, reinforce the country's sovereignty, and basically reforming and rebuilding. But these are pretty much solid reason. I mean, if the election is going to be in 2029, right now we are in 2025, it's okay. It's all right. Let the men work. Let the men do the work. And at this point, even me, if I was Ibrahim Traoré, I will not trust anybody around me. Because even my friends tried to kill me. Everybody tried to kill me. And most of these guys are black people in our own nations, in our own country. The same thing happened to Thomas Sankara. The same thing wanted to happen to Ibrahim Traoré. We're not going to allow that to happen. So kudos for whatever you do. Because so far, whatever you do, it works for the people. It works for the country. So who am I to say no? But the good question to ask ourselves is this. Why a lot of electoral commission in the continent are not trusted? Why? I gave you the reason before, because most of them, they're not independent. The people who are in charge of those commissions are elected by the president. So basically, they're doing the will of their president. They cannot do anything else, apart from that. So it has to be independent for them to work independently. But if you're not independent, and if you do anything that is against the leadership in the country, you can be dissolved anytime, then you don't really have power. You cannot really do anything. So they have to be independent first. Second, they have to represent the wills of the people and not otherwise. Because leader is only one leader in the country, but you have millions of other people. And I think we should listen to those million people because they know exactly what they need. They know exactly what they do. They're living that life. We should basically pay attention to them. Right? So, anyways, guys, I think that's the reason why these, commissions, they don't really work in our continent. Okay, you guys feel free to let me know in the comment section. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Why do you think these things are not working? And I think it will be really helpful to learn from you. All right, subscribe, like, and share, and I'll see you in a very soon reading your comments in the comment section. I appreciate that.